This game is rated M for mature.
So, I asked around, and some whale in Europe is trying to fence a huge rock on the black market. He calls it the right eye, saying it's part of some set called
Line from the alternate universe America, where we don't have the northeastern part that's like Vermont and New Hampshire.
Oh!
The stone passes around the halls of power for hundreds of years, vanishes, and then the black market goes white hot for the thing. But the seller wanted an arm and a leg for it, to the point no one could stomach the price. So back goes the stone. But not before everyone figures out where the guy is. You're gonna enjoy doing this one, I bet. I love sticking it to the rich. Of course, when you do, don't forget your old buddy Enzo stuck his neck out on this one. Slide me a few fuzzoles out of the rich guy's pocket for my troubles, right?
We'll forget.
If you say so.
Before the trail gets cold, off to the middle of nowhere, paradise of Europe. Vigrid.
Are we gonna be on a train? Are we gonna be on a train? Give me that train! Train! We're on a train!
Entry visas are required of all travelers. Please submit your Vigrid-issued entry visa for inspection upon disembarking. Please make sure you take all your valuable belongings with you. Repeating this message. Welcome to Vigrid. Our final stop. Entry visa.
Bayonetta. Nice title drop. Oh, hello. The music went away.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
Abby forgot to take something with her.
Oh no!
Here. Take a picture and send it to her.
Oh.
Oh boy.
It's fine if we destroy the stuff in the. Oh my gosh, we can go on the train! Okay, it's fine if we could just. I don't know why. I love trains in video games. Anyway, it's fine if we can destroy the property of the train station.
Yeah. It's how we get items to make more stuff.
Ooh, what kind of stuff, actually?
Just lollipops for healing and stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that we, won lollipops from that shooter game.
Yep.
Are the items we use just strictly lollipops?
There are a few that aren't lollipops, but for the most part, yep.
That is pretty awesome. I quite enjoy that.
Kablamo.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, how the door broke with the combos. Goodbye, statue.
So,
And down we go.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
again, another reason why I kind of made a joke about Fury, because again, just sort of them talking about both heaven and hell fighting, I'm like, yeah, that does kind of remind me a bit of Darksiders, although I'm pretty sure this game came out either the exact same time as the first Darksiders or slightly before it, so...
Oh my gosh, you could pick up a giant key and use it? I love that.
Well, I think Bayonetta's putting in her application to be a Keyblade Master.
I think she's in. She's in. Fight me.
I'm very straight to the truth. Everyone should lose
If you couldn't follow that, you didn't eat enough vegetables as a kid.
That was amazing.
Thank you. I try really hard.
Hi, Angels.
Punch.
Bowser Fist! I didn't...
Yeah,
Bowser feet.
That makes sense now because of the costume change.
Yeah, because for a while I'm like, was the fist always yellow? I could have sworn it was supposed to be black. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the costume change. I love the attention to detail to the
That's
costume.
something I really love about the costume for the Nintendo versions is they actually change the game. Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Well, never mind. I don't know enough information to make a counter
A quick
Oh, well, thank you, Bowser.
activate and a dodge. Woo!
Which time?
Yep, now I can walk across water.
Oh.
So, Bayonetta is Jesus.
Or a water skeeter.
I like your answer better. We're probably not going to go to hell for saying that.
No, but I just think it's always interesting how everyone decides to make the comparison to Jesus when there are actually insects and other creatures out there that can walk on water.
Actually, my favorite lizard is the one that can run on water.
Yeah.
The basilisk.
Also known as the Jesus Lizard.
Yes, it's just right there, like underneath it.
Sunshine.
What? You know I'm right.
I know, but Flaze was trying to make a point.
No, I like his point. It's okay though, but yes, it's okay.
It's like, why does it have to be the Jesus lizard? Why can't it be why can't it be the Wire Fu lizard?
Oh, hello, darkness.
My old friend. In the total absence of light, we meet again.
Hello.
I knew it. This town's teeming with heaven's little helpers.
Oh,
It's making my buddies downstairs awfully nervous.
And your point is?
None whatsoever.
Some places in this world are closer to Paradiso or Inferno. The rat hole of a town you and I live in is close to both. But the Vigridians, they got a special air about them. They're closer to Paradiso than anyone should ever be. And that shit just plain creeps me out. I guess I'm gonna have to set up shop here and score me some halos. These stupid rings are worth a fortune back home. Since it seems you're spoiling for a fight, if you come across any of these, bring them to me, and I'll hook you up.
Another one looking to line his pockets. I'm beginning to see why Enzo is so fond of you.
Real cute. But let's get one thing straight. Your fights are yours alone. I'm only here to watch my handiwork in action. So don't get any bright ideas about coming to me for help.
No, you get one thing straight. I'm not the slightest bit interested in the fact that you made these guns. If you get in my way, I will... How do the Americans put it? Oh yes, bust a cap in yo ass.
Right on, baby. Right on.
You know the quick shots of like the cutscenes they do with like the still frame? It reminds me, and I'm only making this comparison because I saw this before. There's a game, I think it's on the PlayStation 3 called Folklore. Mm-hmm. And the cutscenes are kind of played out like that, where it's a still image, but it's like a comic book style.
Nice.
Yeah, Folklore is an interesting game. There's a lot of things I like about it, but the gameplay is kind of suffering. So I'm kind of like, look into it. If it's something hello Mike, if it's something you're interested in, you know, I'd say give it a shot. The gameplay is probably its weakest point, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I don't know.
Woo, we're going into the gates of hell.
Okay,
Kind of reminds me of my opinions of Knights of Azure, in that I think the story, the story's not great. The characters are amazing, but the gameplay is just repetitive and kind of dull.
Keep in mind, I haven't played Folklore, I just watched it because the gameplay was meant to me, so who knows?
Or pleasure. Either way, I'll hook you
Oh, is this the shop?
Yep.
Is his name pronounced Rodin or Rodan?
Rodine.
I like thinking that he's supposed to be a giant pterodactyl a bit better.
Air dodge! Yay!
Oh, you can buy, like, techniques here. That's
Yep.
useful.
Oh, so Sunshine, since I know Rodan is your favorite Godzilla monster, did you know his name was supposed to be Radon, but because they couldn't trademark the Radon because it was a gas, they changed the name to Rodan?
Yep. And it's supposed to be Radon because that's the last 5 letters of Pteranodon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The more you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
Actually, what's also, speaking of Rodan, is that the English voice cast in the 90s movie could not pronounce his name right.
Oh.
Actually, that's a running theme. Like, most of the early Godzilla monsters, the fan base actually heavily argues over how their names are supposed to be pronounced. Because the English dub could never get their names consistent. Like, specifically, the monster Angulus, like, there's like 5 different ways to pronounce the name that fans of the franchise, like...
Oh, with that, this is one of those on the sitting fighting.
And now I know what hard drugs is like.
Thank you. I try really hard.
I love it so much. Your air dodge also looks very nice.
Whee!
Yes. It's like in the Smash Bros.
You know, her moves, I like the fact that it's just so crazy as it is. They could just kind of translate how she moved in the game straight into how she moved in the Smash Bros.
Well, also, like, I know maybe not a lot of people actually, because I sometimes look at analysis videos sometimes, but, like, and I know a lot of people kind of have been crapping on Smash Bros. For one reason or another. I don't know why.
Really?
Because I just see really dumb opinions on the internet sometimes. Anyway.
Well, that's the internet for you.
It is. But I can tell that they put a lot of work into, like, Smash Ultimate. They put a lot of work into, like, the DLC characters of being like, we wanted to try to recreate, like, movesets that fans of the series would know. That's why Terry is so complicated. It's because the game he's from needs specific button inputs.
Yep.
And I love that. It shows that they are putting attention to detail.
I mean...
And working on it to try to be accurate.
YouTuber Cat Icarus, he did a crossover with another YouTuber whose name I don't know, and they talked about PlayStation All-Stars. And they were kind of comparing to why PlayStation All-Stars failed, where Smash Bros, succeeds so well. And they point out the fact that one of the reasons why...
Sorry.
Please continue.
One of the reasons why Smash Bros, like the Wii U and Ultimate work so well is like, okay, the characters in PlayStation All-Stars felt like marketing gimmicks in some of them. Because, like, one of the characters was Dante from Devil May Cry, but they used modern Dante rather than classic Dante because they rebooted for the PlayStation 3. It's like... People don't like modern Dante, but they only put him in there so they could push his game, you know? Whereas, like, take Smash Bros. On the other hand, Smash Bros. For the Wii U, the third-party characters were Pac-Man and Mega Man, 2 characters who most certainly didn't have new games coming out at the time. They just put them in there because people wanted those characters in the game.
Yeah.
And then Ultimate had Simon Belmont. Again, not a character who was relevant, but was one that... people really wanted to see.
And I know a lot of people are going to... Well, there are, like, a lot of the complaints I've seen lately has been towards the Byleth announcement.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Fire Emblem Three Houses...
is one of the best in the series.
So it kind of makes sense that they did do that. And
Plus,
we knew it was a matter of time, even though it's another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
I get that complaint, guys. I
Yeah.
get that complaint. But also, like, I saw a lot of people that were still genuinely happy that Byleth was in there, because it was their intro to Fire Emblem.
Which is kind of a shame because of how much... Okay, for the record, I think Fire Emblem Three Houses is great, and I know it's a good way of bringing new people into the franchise, because since it's got that slice of life element... That's going to appeal to people who the normal Fire Emblem games wouldn't appeal to otherwise. It's just, I'm also of the opinion, I don't think it's a good game to introduce people to the franchise as a whole, because most of what you do in Three Houses doesn't really represent the franchise as a whole. So it's like... That's why I'm of the opinion it's like Fire Emblem Awakening, Ike's first game, or Sacred Stones are probably the best intros to the franchise as a whole. because they're a little more forgiving than some other games in the franchise. But anyway, back to Smash Bros. I went off on a tangent.
Dragon! That was awesome!
Again, but with Byleth being in the game, I'm like, okay, we all knew it had to be there since I think Fire Emblem has become Nintendo's most profitable third-party game franchise for their systems in the past 10 years.
Yeah. Here's the thing with also the Byleth thing. I know people are upset about it, but like this first deal, we're getting more DLC characters, so like I'm not complaining. And also this first pack, we got Persona represented.
Yes.
And Banjo-Kazooie, which freaks me. I was so shocked that they appeared.
Yeah, same.
So
I'm like, okay, we got Banjo-Kazooie, we got Terry, and you can't just say it's a simple marketing gimmick of Nintendo trying to push its stuff, because it's like, we got Terry Bogard. I mean, he's been so disconnected from modern games. It's like,
But, like, those that loved that series
exactly.
saw that and were like, Terry!
Which is why I'm like, no, it's Nintendo showing they care about their fans and want to give them the characters they want.
Yeah, it's just a shame that the fandom
are being in great...
I mean it's normal, but, you know.
I mean, because it's like they were praising Nintendo a little while ago for Banjo-Kazooie and Terry, but now that it's like, oh, you're just doing another obvious Fire Emblem character, you guys are of the devil.
Yeah, it's interesting how finicky people are. What was I gonna say? And I love how Sakurai, when he introduced Ultimate, he said, "Never ask anything of me again." And I'm like, I will never do it. You've given me everything, sir.
I know. Yeah.
You've given me everything.
Yep.
You've given me most everything. But I'm not arguing, because you've done so much. Like, I don't care.
I mean, one other thing I like about Byleth's inclusion in the game versus pretty...
Oh gosh, that was a quick transition. You okay, dude?
Yep, basically how you get weapons in this game is you get an angelic song. The song will lure a demon to Rodine, and then he kills the demon and turns it into a weapon.
Interesting. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But so one thing I'm actually kind of like that they did with Byleth. So it's like, yes, it's another Fire Emblem sword user, but they made sure to include the other 3 weapons in its playstyle, their playstyle. Plus, since Byleth has the whip sword, I kind of feel that it does allow for more variety in their playstyle than versus other Fire Emblem characters.
I like how they finally introduced the mechanic. Well, I mean, you kind of saw it a little bit in Robin's character.
Yeah.
But I like the fact they introduced the mechanic that your weapons break.
Yeah.
Which,
like
again, you can see that in Robin's character. Yeah. But I think in all the other characters, you don't see that.
No.
I'm just happy that we get more whips.
Yes.
Again,
I'm a kinky motherfucker.
You are sunshine.
Speaking of whips, I am still holding out that they might add Shantae into Smash Brothers as a playable character.
I
We
have.
can help.
Yeah, we all have like hopes for our DLC characters. Honestly, though, like when Bayonetta was introduced, it wasn't because they had done like that poll of like what characters do you guys want, and I had voted for a different character.
Who'd you vote for?
I think I actually voted for Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh.
So like, but when Bayonetta was announced, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But then I saw her playstyle, and I was like, you know, I'm instantly in love with her. Like,
Yep.
I like this. I like this edition. I didn't know about her, and I like this. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
like
Smash Brothers that introduced me to Bayonetta.
Yeah, same actually.
And now, like, we won't see it, but in this game you get a snake whip. Bayonetta in her sexy Daisy outfit with a snake whip is my spirit animal.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to look at that whenever I get to this, because I have been loving what I'm seeing so far. I know we're
mean,
talking over the gameplay, but I really been loving
one
this.
thing that I think what I love about games like Smash Bros is that in a lot of ways,
Oh, flashback.
Yep. If I didn't have the Daisy outfit on, she'd be wearing a different outfit right now.
Interesting.
one of the things I did really like about games like Smash Bros is that I'm sure like a lot of people, I learned about Samus, Kirby from playing the first Smash Brothers game. Most everyone learned about Fire Emblem from playing Smash Bros Melee.
I learned about Ness and Lucas.
Yeah.
And then
Hit.
Yeah.
I looked into Ness and Lucas later, and then I now love the Mother series like a lot.
Let's see. I mean, a lot of people really hate Castlevania Judgment, and rightfully so. It is a lousy game, but I like it because it was kind of a way of opening up the Castlevania series to me. Is kind of showing me it's like, here's some characters from Castlevania. Granted, I've since found out they're not properly represented in that game, but nope. And yeah, it's the same reason why I kind of like Kingdom Hearts. It's like, I this kind of introduced me to a bunch of new Final Fantasy characters. I mean, because I've barely played any Final Fantasy games.
I mean, I played more Kingdom. Like, again, the first Final Fantasy game I played was Crystal Chronicles, and it's on this channel, guys.
yeah, that's the same with us.
Yeah.
Also, that creature, tense as balls.
I love the Angel's design in this game.
It is really nice.
Okay, and I freaking love the description for Onyx Roses. I'll just leave that up there for you so you can read it. Thank you.
Oh, now I know why you like it.
So, there's ITA for Performance and Civilization class at my university, and last semester we were just talking about the concept of fandoms. Hold on. I'll continue after I read this. I've just given experience.
Very informative.
But I need to.
You are truly
time to connect. Yes.
You are truly a scholar of our time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the little thingies that I collect by destroying things, I can make other lollipops from them.
Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop.
But the class I was taking for one day, we're just like talking about fandoms in general, and like our professor's like, yeah, you can just like there can be like fans for like different things, like winged creatures, like birds and like fairies. And then my friend who TA'd in that class with me is just like turns over to me and is like, as the representative of that fandom.
I love people sometimes.
What's the word I'm looking for? So, jumping back to Smash Bros. If you could pick any 3 characters to be in Smash Bros. Ooh. You want me to start us off? Because
yes.
Okay, the 3 I would pick to be in Smash Bros. Would be Yooka-Laylee, Soma Cruz from the two Sorrow Castlevania games.
Oh, jeez.
And shit, I had my like number 1, and of course Shantae.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't believe I temporarily forgot about Shantae. I'm ashamed of myself.
I know. So there's 2 that I can think of. One I would personally like to see, and the other one I would like to see just because I know it would make a lot of people very happy. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think of a third one. But so those 2 that I'm saying is Duster from Mother 3.
Uh-huh.
I would just like to get a English version of Mother 3, please. Anyway, that's besides the point. Duster from Mother 3 and Geno from Super Mario RPG.
I know a lot of people want Geno.
I know a lot of people want Geno. Another, let's see. I mean, there's so many like good games out there. I'm so content that I can't really like.
You're content with what you've been given. You don't want to ask anymore.
I usually just get really content with things. It would be nice if we could get some more representation from the Xenoblade series, but the downside is.
Oh, come on.
There aren't a lot.
Well, no, the downside is don't pick Rex, please.
That's holy.
Is Rex the main character of Xenoblade 2?
He is. I don't particularly like him, but like I'll take almost anybody else. I mean, again, I'm biased. I love Xenoblade, and I would like to see someone else in there. But we got Shulks, and that was like in the Wii U version, so like I'm not complaining. Dragon!
But
Eat it!
by the way, do want to just make a quick alteration because I realized, wait, no. My number 1 pick for Smash Bros. Would actually be Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like, wait, no. So let's replace Yooka-Laylee with that one if we're only picking 3.
Yeah.
But so does she just turn them into conditioner because that dragon's made of her hair?
I mean, technically she's summoning it from the depths of hell, so I guess it returns back into hell.
I still like the idea of it. She uses the blood as conditioner, but fair enough.
Chapter 1's done!
Yay!
And we got a little bit of a flashback.
Yes.
We got to see inside a little bit of Bayonetta's backstory in this. Mm-hmm. And we got the title drop, and you got a platinum award.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's a good spot, or?
We could do another chapter if you want. We get more flashback. We get to see. No, we need to do the next chapter.
Yep, sounds good.
Oh, we gotta do the next chapter? Okay,
yes.
we'll keep going
2 more characters that we need to see.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yep, I'm okay with that.